Welcome to HNS Anime and Manga. Like the video and subscribe channel and ring the bell.
Chapter 1 The Undead King Awakens. We're currently on the 7th stratum. No void reactions detected. Grr. Up the investigation. A reply mixed with static crackled back at the girl from her earring-type device. Holy Swordsman candidates from Excalibur Academy often delved deep into the underground ruins, where regular military communication terminals were ineffective. Lady Celia, isn't it about time we withdraw? Reports say they've built a nest deep beneath the ruins. We should search a bit farther. The girl strode forward gallantly. Her long, silver hair fluttered behind her. The young woman's blue eyes held an intense determination and were fixed straight ahead in a dignified expression. The light of a rod-shaped magical device made her visible even in the darkness. She was 15 years old, and her beautiful metallic hair reflected the rays of light. Her white skin was fair and sleek like a snow fairy's, and her lips were a light shade of pink. Her appearance carried such grace that if she were to walk through town, anyone would turn to get a better look at her. One could sense that noble blood ran through her veins. Rizelia Ray Crystalia. In truth, she was a descendant of the nobles who supervised the assault gardens, and one normally wouldn't find a person of her social standing striding through such a dangerous place. Yes, you're as diligent as ever, Lady Celia. The response came with a wry smile and a shrug from a petite girl with blonde hair tied into pigtails. Regina Mercedes was Rizelia's personal maid. Her jasper eyes were lively and alert, and her limber, well-trained limbs granted her a certain beauty reminiscent of a wild animal. Both of them wore the same navy blue uniform. It was the official uniform worn by Holy Swordsmen of the 7th Assault Garden's own Excalibur Academy. Their task was to investigate an ancient ruin that had suddenly appeared in a wasteland. Several days ago, a large earthquake had occurred in the area, exposing the ruin. Ancient sites where mana gathered easily often became void hives, and so they had been dispatched to investigate. Reconnaissance missions like these were dangerous, and while the Canary unit often made light of them, a mere 6 months earlier, a team on just such a run had encountered a group of voids and had been wiped out. The voids, they were invaders from another world. They had appeared 60 years ago and begun their offensive on human civilization, eradicating 3/4 of mankind. Everything about them was a mystery. Where had they come from? What was their objective? Even their biology was unclear. Were they weapons or living beings? No one knew. The only thing that was certain was that they took on forms resembling mythological creatures. It's an important duty. If we left the hive unchecked, it'd be the same as letting them invade the city. Rizelia bit her lip and hastened her stride. She wasn't above being apprehensive about the situation. If anything, she was more easily frightened than most. It was why she always hid behind her older sister's back when she was younger. The air in the underground ruin was tepid and reeked of mold. It was like a graveyard. It could actually be a graveyard, for all I know, Rizelia thought. This site was probably centuries old. Looking around, statues of what appeared to be fictional monsters were stationed here and there. Perhaps this was a grave for some king. It would probably have been a very strict king, Rizelia mused. The two walked through the silent corridor, wary of the potential presence of voids. And then, oh, a dead end? Regina frowned, stopping in her tracks. This looks like a door, Rizelia said, looking up at the massive wall before her. She tried shoving it with both hands, but no luck. Should I bust through? Regina offered, suggesting something unspeakably hazardous. Wait, there's something written on it. Rizelia stopped her. She held up the rod, using it to illuminate the door. Letter-like marks were etched over it. Acquainted though she was with ancient ruins, Rizelia had never seen anything like this writing. Can you read it? I think it's ancient Elvish. Or maybe it's spirit text. Rizelia took out a small analysis device and began typing quickly. What's the matter? This door, it's still alive.